My God, I hate drugs.
During the Q&A portion, Catriona Grace said she is in favor of medical cannabis. Her affirmative stand comes amid discussions at the House of Representatives to legalize the use of marijuana. George Cahilas tells us what the National Police thinks about the proposal.
Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Grace answered during the pageant May Against Her debates on the legalization of medical marijuana in the country. Marijuana is illegal in the country under the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. In Congress, House Bill 180, or the proposed Philippine Compassionate Medical Cannabis Act, is now being discussed by lawmakers in plenary. If it becomes a law, it will allow authorized physicians to prescribe medical marijuana to those who are suffering from debilitating diseases like cancer, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, and post-traumatic stress disorder, among others.
This bill because of the patients and because of the moms also who are suffering, with their kids. That's why we push this bill, so it will be accessible and affordable.
The Senate, meanwhile, has no equivalent bill, but some senators express opposing views on the issue. Even during the first leg of the CNN Philippines senatorial debates, candidates were divided on legalizing medical marijuana.
Should medical marijuana be legalized? Yes or no?
Sure na po kayo, okay.
But as far as the PNP is concerned, they need to study the bill carefully, and they will be on guard in case the bill becomes a law.
What we have to protect here is the abuse. Is the abuse palagi. No? If ever na maging batas yan, we have to have a strict implementation of the law, and palagi natin titignan baka ito ay maabuso. Lalo na yung pagpasok niyan, yung pag-import niyan. Yun ang dapat ma-safeguard natin.
But with Grace's affirmative stand on medical marijuana, authors of the bill are hopeful this may help convince their colleagues to appreciate its importance, even in the middle of the government's war on drugs. George Cahilas, CNN Philippines.
Moving on, attention motorists. Local oil firms implement a modest rollback in pump prices. Early this morning, Petrogas and Jetty decreased gasoline prices by 15 centavos per liter and diesel prices by 30 centavos per liter. Meantime, PTT Philippines cut down the price on its gasoline by 10 centavos per liter and 25 centavos per liter on diesel. Petron also cut the same rates on its gasoline and diesel, while its kerosene went down by 25 centavos per liter. Metro Oil already made the same rollback yesterday noon. Diesel and kerosene have been going down for 10 straight weeks as gasoline prices went up slightly last week.
From the top stories here in the country to headlines across the globe, a woman who scaled the base of the Statue of Liberty was found guilty in the U.S. federal court Monday. Therese Okumo climbed onto the New York monument on July 4th to protest U.S. President Donald Trump's immigration policies. She was rescued from the statue after refusing to climb down. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York called Okumo's protest dangerous and reckless. She faces up to 18 months in federal prison for the 3 misdemeanor counts of trespassing, disorderly conduct, and interfering with government agency functions. A gay Singaporean doctor wins the right to adopt the child he fathered in the U.S. through a surrogate on Monday. Singapore's High Court overturned a 2017 district court ruling saying the man could not legally adopt the child. That's because he was conceived through in vitro fertilization and brought to term through surrogacy, which is technically banned in the city-state. The 46-year-old doctor, who has not been identified, had been fighting to legally adopt his now 5-year-old son. It's also an effort to acquire citizenship for the boy and secure his long-term residency in Singapore. Singapore's Chief Justice emphasized that the ruling should not be taken as an endorsement of the man's action, but added that it is very much in the interest of the child that the adoption order be made. And the largest known diamond in North America has been found. This yellow diamond weighs 552 carats and was discovered in October at a diamond mine in Canada's Northwest Territories. Dominion Diamond Mines, which owns 40% of the mines where it was found, says the diamond will not be sold in its rough form. Instead, the company will seek a partner to cut and polish the stone. Dominion says it's too early to determine the rock's value.
Catriona Gray rules the most beautiful day in the universe. She gives the Philippines its 4th Miss Universe crown, winning the pageant in Bangkok, Thailand. A pageant expert says Catriona executed a flawless game plan. Speaking to CNN Philippines, Norman Tino talked about the moment he knew it was a sure win for the country.
During the final 3 Q&A, because it was so easy, there were only 3 girls left. So it's just a matter of assessing the answer of Miss South Africa and Miss Venezuela. And when I heard their answers, I knew that everything was over. Kumbaga, in the bag na. In terms of Catriona's performance, she did an absolutely flawless game plan. She came to Bangkok prepared and she went there to win.
The Manila-Cavite Expressway, or Cavitex, is set to launch its southbound flyover and left-turning facility this morning. Leading the inauguration and inspection is Public Works and Highway Secretary Mark Villar. The event will start at 11:30 a.m. Cavitex is a 14-kilometer toll road infrastructure that connects Metro Manila to Cavite, Laguna, and Batangas. In other news,
promoting weaving or hobby to the next generation, that's the goal of social enterprise WVN Home Textiles. And to tell us more about their products and why it's a good Christmas gift, we have here the co-founder, Angelica Misa. Good morning, Angelica.
Hi.
And welcome to New Day. I love all the wonderful things that you have brought here to the studio. But first up, WVN Home Textiles is a women-owned enterprise. So tell us more about this. You work with women in weaving communities.
Yeah, so we're actually 2 women who started this as a passion project where we just wanted to have an impact somehow and see, learn how to learn the tradition in our culture. We had full-time jobs at time, and we just wanted to explore, and we did a road trip. It led us to La Union, where we met a weaving community, mostly, of course, women who were working there, and we ended up falling in love with their items, the things that they do, very good quality products, and we also fell in love with sort of like the community and I guess what moved us really was that they said that in 10 years the weaving craft might die, and because none of the younger generation wants to inherit it. And so for us, that really moved us, and we wanted to address that. And we felt bad about this thing happening.
How did you end up addressing that small, or could be eventually a big problem of the youths not really knowing how to continue on the generation of weaving?
So right now we are trying to sort of, I think there's a trend in the market where there's a lot of demand, so we're building up the market. We're making sure that if there are weavers, if you have supply, there's demand, right? So we're building up the demand, and this year next year we're actually going to ramp up our social impact, where we're going to be partnering with institutions to help with capacity building. So we're identifying, right now we're only 2 years old, we're sort of like identifying already like who are the communities, what we should be doing.
Okay, and tell us more about the products that you have brought here on set. You have like blanket towels, and what is that made of? Where is this?
Here.
This is the one. Okay,
yeah,
tell us about that.
This one, this is our primary product. This is our first product. We took inspiration from Turkish towels. Yeah, thanks. And basically, it's hand woven on one side, and then there's terry cloth on the other. So, and the terry cloth is very nice, very good quality, very high standards. It doesn't
really
look
nice.
hand woven actually. And it's a nice Christmas gift if you have mga pamangkin that you want to give to.
And how much would something like this be?
This is 1.7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
And
ahead.
this is like 100% hand woven,
Yes.
and then very good 100% cotton quality.
How long would it take
to weave this one? I guess it depends on the weaver. Our weavers are very used to it already. They can do this and more in a day. Maybe they can do 5 of this in a day.
So for all this, you do have this on stock, so we don't need to order, you know, like a few days, days ahead.
Yeah, this is already on hand, so in case.
And aside from this, you also have your robes.
Yes,
and
we have blankets, we have robes. We also, it comes in like cute little like Christmas packaging. We have, this is our favorite, one of our favorites. It's 100% cotton. It's dining napkins.
We always need, you know, women always need these things.
Yes, definitely. It's a, you know, it's one of our best sellers, and we're proud about it because the weavers who did this are from Cavite, and they started organizing themselves first, and then we found them, which is very rare because sometimes like it already kind of died there, and then they revived it. So
okay, and this one, what is this?
Oh, and this, so it comes in nice cinnamon boxes. We have roundies in here. Sorry.
Roundies.
Yeah, so round mats. So these are, you know, you can lay it down on the beach, or you can, some people use it in their round tables at home also.
And I see it's WVN. Is that woven? Or is it, okay, so,
so the point of WVN is actually, if you can see our logo here, it kind of looks like the Kalinga tattoos, you know, like the geometric pattern. So we wanted to also kind of make it also very traditional and local, yeah.
Now, if people want to join your group, how can they, you know, give you a call or?
Yeah, so we're actually on Instagram. It's WVN Home Textiles. We're also on Facebook, same name, WVN Home Textiles. And from there, we usually, we're millennials, so we reply right away, and you can also contact us. We're always on our phones.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, and you can also contact us on email.
So for all these designs, you actually give them. You say, I want to make something like this. I'll give you the samples, and they just
so we co-create with the weavers. Basically, we tell them what we like, and then we consult with them what the color scheme is, if they have the thread for it, if they also think that the design is nice. So they also have an input. In fact, you know, it's very fun to you know.
And I'm sure if they're watching right now, they'd be so proud to see it right here on CNN Philippines. This is something you made, you know, out of love and your talent, and you're actually sharing with a lot of people. Thank you so much for being with us, and I like this. I think we're going to leave this here on set, so we have a kumot as we do our news. Thank you so much. We have WVN or Woven Home Textiles co-founder Angelica Misa with us here on New Day. Love it. Thank you so much for giving us wonderful gift ideas. Well, next on New Day, we